Welcome to HeyGen Podcast. Today we're exploring the fascinating world of Orthodox Christianity. Let's dive right in.
I'm super excited about this. So, what's so unique about Orthodox Christianity?
Well, it's a faith with deep historical roots and rich liturgical practices.
Yeah.
It traces its origins back to the early Christian communities established by the apostles themselves.
Wow, that's ancient. So it connects directly to the apostles?
Exactly. Over the centuries, theological and political differences emerged between the eastern and western branches of Christianity, which led to the Great Schism of 1054.
The Great Schism, I've heard that term before. Can you explain it a bit more?
Sure. It was the official split between the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Roman Catholic Church due to disagreements over issues like papal authority and certain doctrinal points.
I see. So today, Orthodox Christianity stands separate from Catholicism?
Yes, but they both share roots in early Christianity. Today, the Orthodox Church comprises several autocephalous or self-governing bodies like the Greek Orthodox and Russian Orthodox churches, all united by shared theology and traditions.
That's fascinating. What are their core beliefs?
Central to Orthodox Christianity are doctrines like the Holy Trinity, the belief in one God in three persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
This is foundational to their faith.
That aligns with other Christian denominations, right?
Yes, but they also place a strong emphasis on the incarnation, affirming that Jesus Christ is both fully divine and fully human. His life, death, and resurrection are seen as offering salvation to humanity.
And what about theosis? I've heard that term before.
Theosis is a key concept. It's the process by which believers seek union with God, aiming to become partakers of the divine nature through grace. It's about becoming more like God in holiness.
That's a profound idea. Does it differ from sanctification in other traditions?
Yes. While sanctification is about becoming holy, theosis is more about a transformative union with God.
Interesting. How important is holy tradition in their beliefs?
It's absolutely central. Holy tradition includes the scriptures, teachings of the Church Fathers, and decisions of the ecumenical councils.
Right.
Orthodox Christians view tradition as a living and continuous guide for faith and practice.
So it's not just the Bible?
Exactly. They see the Bible as part of tradition, not separate from it. It's like they're carrying forward the entire heritage of the early church.
That's a comprehensive approach. What are their worship practices like?
Worship is rich and sensory. The divine liturgy is the central act, focusing on the Eucharist.
Yeah.
It's celebrated with deep mystery and reverence, engaging all the senses.
Can you describe the experience?
Sure, there's chanting, incense, icons. It's meant to transport the congregation into a heavenly realm. The idea is to involve the whole person in worship.
Sounds very immersive. How do icons play a role?
Icons are vital. They're venerated as windows to the divine. They help believers focus their prayers and connect with the saints and holy figures depicted.
Some might see that as idolatry. What do they say to that?
They make a clear distinction between veneration and worship. Icons are honored not as objects, but for who they represent.
I see.
It's about directing honor to the prototype, not the image itself.
That clarifies it. What about their sacraments?
They recognize 7 sacraments or holy mysteries, including baptism, chrismation, Eucharist, and so on. These are seen as means of receiving divine grace.
You mentioned monasticism earlier. What's its significance?
Monasticism is crucial. Monasteries serve as centers of spiritual life, emphasizing prayer, contemplation, and asceticism. They contribute greatly to the Church's spiritual vitality.
But isn't such a lifestyle a bit outdated in modern times?
Well, some might think so, but many find that monastic practices offer depth and stillness in our hectic world.
Yeah.
It's about dedicating oneself fully to seeking God.
I guess there's value in that. How does Orthodox Christianity maintain its distinctiveness?
They emphasize continuity with early Christianity, aiming to preserve faith and practices without alteration. There's a strong focus on mysticism and experiencing God directly.
But don't you think holding tightly to tradition can hinder adaptation?
That's a fair question. They believe that the truths they're preserving are timeless and that holding on to them provides stability.
Okay.
But they also engage thoughtfully with the modern world.
I suppose there's a balance to be struck. How is the Church governed?
Through conciliarity, meaning governance by councils, this reflects a communal approach to decision-making. Authority is shared rather than centralized.
So no single figure like the Pope?
Exactly. While there are patriarchs and bishops, decisions are made collectively. It promotes unity and respect for diversity.
That sounds quite inclusive.
It does foster a strong sense of community.
Yeah.
Everyone has a role to play in the life of the church.
This has been really insightful. Thanks for sharing all this.
My pleasure. Orthodox Christianity offers a profound spiritual path that's both ancient and living.
Before we wrap up, any final thoughts?
Just that its enduring traditions continue to inspire and guide millions worldwide.
Right.
It's a rich tapestry of faith and practice.
Thank you for shedding light on this.
You're welcome, and thanks to
Yeah.
our listeners for joining us on this journey.
Yes, thank you all. Remember to like, follow, and share this podcast.
Absolutely. Your support helps us bring more fascinating topics to you.
Until next time, take care.